Hello, everybody. Thanks for joining me. We just thought that these are very troubled times and every organization is trying to look for a solution or thinking along what should be doing they're doing now and during the coronavirus time and what should they be doing going forward. So rather than addressing anything, we thought we'll go straight to the point. Basically, there is 6 different strategies essentially that should be nutshell that should come out. So if I can go around and just say like if it's a large scale business, because large scale business has still got holding power. So if it's selling for them, fantastic. So I guess there is nothing for them to do but just go along the flow. For example, Amazon is just sitting and it's just selling. What should be the strategy for large businesses who's not able to sell his or her products today? And accordingly, we'll go around the table to answer the rest of the mix.
Sure. So maybe I can take that.
Yeah.
First is whatever you do, so keep your people right at the highest priority. Because of you, you should not become a reason to spread the virus in whatever format. So whatever you are doing, even if your products are selling, you're going and home delivering, make sure all the hygiene, everything is being taken care of before you do that. So there is no bigger priority than even from a brand perspective. So that's the number one. But number two is I have seen some of the brands suddenly going out of social media. They're not sure what to do. That is again a bad strategy, because if you're not there at all when these things are happening, that is not a good strategy. You should be present. You should not sell it, as Liju has mentioned. You should not go aggressive in terms of your selling. You should not be doing any kind of a sales page which is too aggressive. Even though your products are selling, just be there, put direct messaging rather than a creative messaging, or rather than a kind of additional messaging kind of a stuff. Go straight, tell them that this product is available, this is the price, etc., and people can buy. And if you have money, this is also a time, and say if your products are not selling, see whether when the lockdown is over, when the scenario is over, will the market be coming back. If your market is not going to come back, if you think that your products are into certain categories where the demand will not be there for longer period of time, so you'll have to make a decision whether you want to be in that product line, whether you want to change the product line. But if you feel that the products will jump back, so prepare for it. Build your websites, build your messaging properly, build everything for that particular area. You can do SEO, you can do a lot of activities, and maybe you want to reduce the advertisement sale till the time you get it, that what type of call to action will help you. Let me give you some examples that we're doing. So we are selling it for a kitchen appliances company. So right now, nobody can go to their homes and deliver these kitchen appliances. So what we have done is we have started advertising and saying that come and buy the products now at a special price, and it will be delivered when the lockdown is over. So what is happening is people, because of that, some people are showing interest, some people are asking queries, and we are also expecting, because we just launched it the day before, so we are expecting that some of these people will also take the advantage of the kind of special discounts, and they might pay online, and you will get some cash flow extra happening. So here you have the restaurants where the loyal members of the restaurants are coming forward and saying that pay now and eat later. So that's the kind of a new call to action for a restaurant, that I am going to pay now, but I'll eat later at a special price, or etc., because I'm a loyal member. They have fed me so far. Can I feed them back? So there are various kind of call to actions being generated during this particular time. If you can come across with something like this, it's good. If you can't, you'll have to think through that what is it that you can do. So there are beautiful examples of the home deliveries, and home deliveries are really affected as well, because a lot of people are not taking that home delivery in India because of our joint families and so on. So what they started is they started a home delivery of essential rather than home delivery of the restaurant food. So you need to pivot, and you need to come up with the products which will actually work in today's market. And I will suggest that work towards this. As an agency, what we did was the first 3 days when this lockdown happened, our complete focus was change the call to action. And every single project, we had 3 to 4 new call to action that might work in the new scenario. And also expecting that there will be a new normal or a different normal is also not, it will be too optimistic. Maybe this is what is going to continue for a longer period of time. So innovating your call to action is certainly suggested.
Yeah, Jack, your thoughts on this?
Yeah, I think I agree with lots of those points. I think the impact. So if you're talking about businesses which cannot operate at the moment, ultimately there are some businesses whose product or service doesn't exist effectively now, and there, some industries are more affected than others, but there are realistically some businesses effectively had to close their doors and stop making money. In those scenarios, really, and I'm talking from a UK perspective here, and I hope that other countries have similar schemes in place. The government has been quite active in the UK in putting schemes in place to support those businesses. So particularly industries that are affected: travel, tourism, leisure, restaurants, industries that have been directly hit. There's been some activity from the UK government to put business loans in place, low interest loans, grants, various schemes like that have been put in place. So if you are a business and you're in that situation, I'd hope, if you haven't already, that you're looking into those schemes as closely as possibly can, because if your staff have had to be furloughed and not making any money, the decision effectively is, do you want a business the other side of this? Are you going to still be operating? So you need to get through as best you can. And at the moment, realistically, the only options in the UK are those government schemes. So that would be the option for businesses who can't trade at all. Those who can trade, obviously we talked a little bit about those options already, in the sense of finding ways to trade digitally and taking advantage of the digital channels as much as you can, and reaching people in their homes, which is ultimately obviously where people are now. I think for those other organisations to take it away from the kind of business revenue side of things, I guess, if you furloughed all your staff and everyone's sitting at home and sort of unable to work, as a business leader, I'd be actively encouraging my team to volunteer and help as best they can, given the current situation. There's lots of people out there that are in need, whether it's supporting the NHS in the UK, or whether it's helping local community organisations, whether it's helping vulnerable people in your community. So I'd be, if I'd had to tell my staff to stay at home, that we've closed the factory, we've closed the restaurant, we've closed whatever it is, closed the hotel, those people are now at home without any work, I'd be encouraging them to go out and use their time constructively, because at the moment, it's really important that we come together as a global community and a local community. And so that's what I'd be encouraging people to do.
So there's one point, as in from the large brands, what I've also seen is some of the large brands are motivating their users to go deeper into their products and understand more services, because most of the time we have advertised only on the surface level, but now the customers are engaging with you at much deeper level. So they will like to understand how your products actually work. So instead of just putting a very small 30-second advertisement, this may be a good way that you can bring them to your website and explain more about your products, and people might engage with you. Like, say, for example, for a home appliance, people will like to know, how does this really work? What else I can buy? What are the different models that are available? So people might be ready to spend a lot more time with the purchases and making the decision. So change your advertisement for that kind of engagement as well.
Yeah, a lot of interesting. A lot of the bigger brands have moved their advertising budget from talking about the brand to moving into CSR related activities, where it's about educating the people and bringing the community together.
Right.
That's a big shift that has happened. YouTube is giving a free space for WHO to advertise. So that's a big, larger brands coming together.